You used to just say things. It used to be that you just came out and you said what needed to be said. No filter. You didn't second guess yourself. You just simply shared truth in a way that made the impact for the people you're meant to serve. You didn't apologize for it. You didn't make excuses for why it was. You just knew your truth. You knew your place in this world. And you just shared it wholeheartedly, completely, powerfully with the world. And then something happened. Something incredibly horrible. Something sinisterly subtle. But nonetheless, it transformed everything. Sometimes it's events in our life. Sometimes it's a personal loss. Sometimes it's a relational situation. Um, sometimes it's just a matter of things don't turn out the way that they should have, and that's the best I can really think to say it is that you were there. I know the feeling. I remember what it was like. I was sitting at an event. It was actually at the end after an event. We were having a little after party with the staff that we had there at the event. It was a Lisa Nichols event, and we had a booth there, and we had done so well that the other group that was there that was also selling book related stuff, they actually left and went home early. There was literally people who were canceling the service they had signed up with them and coming to work with us. It was a powerful feeling. It was an amazing, incredible feeling. And I had really put everything in. I had really gone all in, you know, took out a short term loan, all those kind of things. And we had covered it. We were good. I mean, we were beyond break even, and had a very high potential upside. Um, and that's even with some of the, typical things where people don't follow through and all that. We were in a really great place, and we're all sitting there, us and the people that had helped at the event, sitting there at dinner, and I was just feeling so overwhelmingly grateful. I mean, there's a little bit of an overwhelm at the end of any event anyway. I always suggest to people take the next day off, preferably stay at the event if you can, and possibly sleep. Um, I say that. And then the last event I was at, we ended up spending the whole day hanging out, a bunch of us. And it was like we actually extended it to another day. But anyway, I digress. Um, I remember this particular event, though, because at the end of it, I was just in such a place of gratitude because I had just shown up. And then flash forward about 5 years, I remember sitting alone by myself in my apartment, 53 years old, first time I had ever lived by myself. And I remember that broken, shattered feeling that I had. Aryan and Krishna, glad to have you both here with us. And I remember feeling like less than. I remember feeling like everything that I had done, almost like it was something I had made up that didn't really exist. And it's really easy to buy into that feeling and begin to start second guessing yourself and not feeling like, who you are and what you do really serves a purpose. Aryan, my name is Steve. Um, and it's real easy to silence yourself, to go from saying the things that need to be said, to filtering, to second guessing, to growing quiet, softly, subtly, painfully sometimes even. And I want you to know that what you have to say right now is just as important as it was then. But more than that, I really want to engage with you. And I'd love to hear from you. When did you start second guessing your voice? Do you remember the event? Do you remember what happened? Maybe you don't even remember. Maybe you just know there was that time when I was this, and now not so much. Love to hear from you. And I'd love to encourage you to really spend some time. Share it with us. Let us encourage you, but then also use your voice. You're totally worth it. I hope that this stream finds you happy, safe, warm, and loved. I'm here every day. I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. And until then, have a great week.